Who has no gray hair and good eyes and has been in the Indy 500 several times and is usually pretty good here?
Willpower.
He's got gray hair.
Oh, this guy. Oriol
Servia.
Who's holding his helmet. No pun intended at all. Well, what should we do? All he wants to do is talk about his damn helmet. So should we get that out of the way first?
No, we're going to save that for last because what we were talking about on the way down here, kid, is, Marco goes 227 today, and then you look at Kanan's fastest no-toe speeds, 223. What's the most important thing to you? Like you guys, 3,000 laps out here today, you guys pounded around. What were you working on, and what's the best? To be by yourself?
What's most important on day 2?
Yeah. Listen, I cannot tell you what's most important because I haven't won this thing yet. I'm still learning, but I think what makes sense is to do some laps alone, so you try to get your balance right for qualifying, and then some laps in the middle of a pack, so you're trying to see how you carry in traffic. I don't understand the middle ground, which is getting a super toe in the back to be on top. I mean, it's nice to be at top of the timesheets, don't get me wrong, but right now we don't have that luxury. We're trying to work on qualifying and the race, that's it. And that's what we did today, honestly. We had a great day. Yesterday, we were a little delayed with a couple of installation issues, but today the whole team did awesome. We did lots of laps, we tried a lot of things, so I'm pretty happy with how the car is handling.
Give me your thoughts on this topic, Oriol. So we have a number of Indy-only type entries this year. We've got a fair number of rookies. We have some folks who are in the field who've never been super fast, but when we only had 33 cars, they never really had to worry about perfecting their car, perfecting their craft. I've been watching today's running in particular, knowing we've got one more day of normal practice, high boost on Friday to get ready for qualifying. I was watching a number of folks today, and I won't name names, but I'm like, why are you farting around in tows and big traffic all day long? You're not someone I'm penciling in as a guaranteed person to make it into the race. Do you think some folks, maybe on that mental bubble, should be focusing more on individual speed than tows?
I mean, to your point, we all like bump day. We love that it's back. But the sad side is that 2 guys are going to go home. 2 sponsors that pay with money, 2 teams that got ready are going to go home. But because we haven't had that in the last few years, I don't think any of us have really put serious thought into this. And it's not just the couple strugglers you're thinking. I think it could happen to anyone. You have a wreck on Friday and they put a car together like last minute. It's not going to have the same speed. You may not make the show. So to your point, I think you're absolutely right. We need to remember 2 cars are going home. They're not going to start a race. So, and to what I was saying earlier, I think it's important to do some laps on your own, so at least you know what you have. I see a lot of guys out there that never do a lap on their own. They have no idea what their speed is. So, you need to make sure you're in the show first for if you want to win it.
Do you think, kid? I talked to Pagano yesterday, and he said, I think the race will be pretty much like it was. He goes, you can get this monster toe from way back maybe, but he goes, it still kind of washes out going to the corner when you follow somebody close. What are your thoughts?
I really think the race will be extremely similar to last year. I'm having, like, if you didn't tell me we changed the wind package, in the car it feels this very, very similar. Which I know is what IndyCar, me included, doing the development. They really tried to improve the racing in the other racetracks. They did not want to change what was going on at the Speedway because honestly, the last 5 years we had amazing races, and I don't see it being different at all. It's still hard to get close to someone in the corner, which means you need to get clean air, which means there's going to be passing, but you still can be close enough to have, I don't know, how many passes did we have last year? You got
847,000.
I knew he would know exactly the number.
Exactly.
Close.
But it's going to be exciting the same. I don't see the race being different at all, except we're going to have a different winner.
I'm going to be like Wolfgang from Germany. Got 2 questions for you here. Yesterday we had Chevy fastest in the morning session, afternoon session. End of today we see Honda 1, 2, 3, 4, Chevy 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you take anything from that? Which manufacturer might be up or down? And B, what's hardest? What do you think is the hardest thing to extract those last mile an hour or 2 that might be the difference between making the show and going home at this point?
Isn't it beautiful not knowing? I promise you that I don't know what we have as Honda. I don't know, anyone knows, because they all save a little bit for qualifying, but how much is a little bit and how much is the other side saving? They're definitely not telling us.
We could ask.
You know, I'm told today I use everything I have, but I hope it's not true. I know how these guys work with their engines. They don't want to show their cards on a Wednesday. But I was told I used everything. I'm sure the Chevy guys were told the same. So, you know, both sides are so good at what they do that you can expect a competition going on race day. It's going to be tough.
Should we delay it?
No, I think it's time. I think it's helmet time, buddy.
Listen, you know, we drivers love our helmets, right? It's the face to the fans. That's why I brought back. This is a helmet I was wearing in the early 2000s until 2006. It's got a little of the crazy ends and flies that Salvador Dali used to do in his art and my Catalan colors. But I got in a lot of trouble today when I unveiled the helmet for this little. I'm gonna get close. That little yellow ribbon, it's for a statement towards there's some politicians in Catalonia that got put in prison before.
Where you're from?
Where I'm from. Before being judged towards a rebellion case, which didn't happen, but it's still whatever judge will say. The judge has not said anything. They haven't been judged, but they've been 7 months in prison, just waiting. So this ribbon only says, please either let them out until the judge says if they're guilty or not, but not have them in prison. Anyway, I got a lot of heat on Twitter and Instagram from some people that don't think like I do.
You're just trying to be fair, right?
I'm just trying to say, like any other thing, they don't put you in jail unless you're accused of killing someone until it's proven or the judge decides that you should go to jail. These poor guys, I think it's 9 guys, are in jail for 7 months waiting to be judged. So it's the only thing I'm just saying, come on, guys, a little common sense.
Oriol Servia creating an international incident on day 2 of practice at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Should we give them your hotel address so they know where to pick you up? Make it 10.
Can I tell you the truth? The truth is because Fernando Alonso is not here this year, I needed Spanish attention. The only way was either these or the sex tape. Now that I just have a daughter, I didn't think the sex tape was the right way to go.
You're not a sex tape guy.
So the yellow ribbon wins this time.
All right.
Take us home.
Good job. I think you and Montoya get high marks for these aero kits because you guys put all the testing in. So we'd give you a B+ so far, don't you think?
Do you like it?
Yeah. I mean, I like the way the car looks.
What I want to know is what are you saving that the other 34 don't know about come qualifying, huh? You're going to pull something on us.
I'm saving it for the race.
All right. Servia. They're going to be chanting his name when he gets out there.
That was on purpose.
All right. Day 2 of practice is down. Servia's happy. Pruett's, he's miserable. So what else is new?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
How's Miller?
Oh, he's messed.
Oh, he is
he's a cancer survivor. He's happy to be here.
Rainbows right
he
here.
is. He's just one happy person. Look at him. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Servia.